How do I know people won't respond? Well, first think about this. Inner beauty does not last in the breeding cycles of the world. What people expect of you, what people do, what people are in the repetition of. That's why it's called rotting in hell, because the part of them that is human, that is beautiful like God, rots away, and it needs a redeemer. The wise and foolish builders. God made me a great, 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 great man, okay, through my family line, right? The parable of 10 minas. My family took the most minas from God from the beginning, and over time they built up and eventually pinnacled with me. In the future, there's no possible moral path because of the way they're doing things. And it's clear cut that people shouldn't breed. So people who don't respond to me are obviously very, very evil. When they're looking at the future, they see like a satanic George Jetson future that is void of nature, void of God, void of love, nothing but ill-gotten gains. We see Revelation 9 where it said, what did they do wrong? They worship demons, right? Skilled performers. You know, they did magic arts, okay? Psychology, chemistry, you know, to control reproduction, eugenics. And they didn't repent of their thefts, right? Proverbs 1:19. Such are the paths of those who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the life of all who get it. Okay? So these people are in generational ill-gotten gains, their forefathers, so on and so forth. So when we look at it, you know, and they changed my voice, my image, but that's not so important. You can still see the communication. My true voice is my spirit voice, not the sound of my voice. What is being communicated in the sum total of my communication? I'm sabotage. I often bring up, they change my voice and my image and so on and so forth. But what do you still see to some degree? A certain way about me, the way, the truth, and the life. They put a veil over the way, but you can still see it. When they don't respond with clear-cut receptivity, you know, clear-cut, if their soul isn't communicating to me that they obey, they're not hearing my soul voice, my spirit voice, okay, in the spirit realm, because they're not of God. They're the children of people in rebellion, especially from the churches that refuse to admit that they're wrong and obey God through me. And some of them have stacked up a lot of money in the process, okay, that worship the devil. So, you know, I'll take an example of a stripper who from, let's say, a Filipino stripper. And part of her, you know, sometimes I'll have big lips and dark skin and so on and so forth, looks similar to me in many ways. So part of her is related to Africans that are related to me or something, okay? And they have this kind of, there's a part of them that seems like a decent person. But their patriarchal line might be crypto Jew, crypto white, okay, bad people from their tribe, whatever the fuck it is, some mix all the above, Spanish, you know, and everyone else that colonized them, Japanese, so on and so forth, you know, dragons and so on and so forth. So when they see me in my sum total, they're not like, hey, choose me, okay? If they're an attractive woman, for example, because the enemy prioritized the attractive women, and the unattractive women are not worthy to be my wife. You don't present God's son with an unattractive woman from a long line of people that didn't take care of themselves and decided to keep breeding in a world where if you don't take care of yourself, and you don't obey God, you're a demon that doesn't even take care of themselves too. Okay? You know, it's just the truth. You know. Anyway, so they don't respond to me. There's a part of them that's similar to me. And don't confuse that. Watch out for people who are similar to me, but they don't communicate divine justice. And watch out for technological interference. Because people cannot meet the burden of proof after I die, for technological interference that tricks the mind, right? Illusion, magic tricks, magic arts that Revelations is talking about, Revelation 9, and the Revelation, who's outside the gates, okay? Because they can't meet the burden of proof. You know, God doesn't expect you to live on or you know, so on and so forth. That's why in Isaiah 57 it says, the righteous die, perish, and no one takes it to heart. The righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Okay? The Bible